This is where we fight!
The battle is on.
You want me to read it? Or not?
No.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
We done
late
real
already.
late already.
Right.
Guys, apologies for the late start. That's just how it goes sometimes, but we are here. Mars vs. Venus is going to be condensed. Let me just say that one time. And apologies up front. We're touching on something that's a little sensitive in the space. We're talking finances, but not in the way that you're thinking. Right? Finances among siblings and extended family.
Siblings, significant others, and extended families.
Extended
right,
family.
got it.
Wow, they don't start Ronald there, man. We have nothing to do with Ronald being here. Why we late? Look, we one short because I don't know why he decided.
Here's why we started late too. Because I personally went in the comments and saw that y'all were complaining that it's never the three of us. So we were trying to wait on Rudy.
Yeah, but it's not working.
It's not working, but he's coming.
All right, guys. Here, what's happening? So the scenario, as I saw it on social media, has been floating around, and people had so much of things to say. A man and his wife been married, been together 25 years, married 17. Beautiful marriage, absolutely nothing is wrong with the marriage, zero. Had one hiccup.
He said zero.
Yeah, had one hiccup. The hiccup is he went to the account. They have a joint account. Sometimes you randomly go to do something and you get the balance slip. You see the balance, and if you operate in that space where you remember your balance because you have to. Some people don't because they're that fortunate that you don't have to nitpick and study.
I mean,
and look for
what's
people.
an extra 10,000,
Yeah, have some people who don't even hit the receipt button in the ATM.
Wow.
Why look for the paper? It doesn't matter. Who cares? Balance nothing. I have money. Rich like dog.
Or you have it's going to be a minus quantity, so you don't bother because you don't want to have that negativity in
Or
your
you
life.
could. I know. It depends on where you're sitting. Point of the matter is, your balance pops up, but you're 17,000 short.
17,000 short.
17,000 short. We're 17,000 shorter.
And this is a joint account between
joint.
and your mister, you and your madam. Right.
For those of you who brave enough out there to be in a relationship with someone,
Joint
have
account.
a joint account. Not married, but have a joint account because you just feel to. Because you love now. You really love, so you decide that you're going to do it together because you're preparing for the wee road. But there's no legalities into the boat earlier, but you just decide to take your bread and just put it with somebody else's bread and say you're in love.
I don't mind having a joint account, but I will also have my account.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to
Yeah?
do. And always keep lessening the joint. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. So
You don't know how much in my
you
account.
go into the account and you see 17,000 less. You did not get a notification. You won't call. You was not consulted. But the use of the money was like, I give that to my brother.
That's what they tell you. I give it to my brother.
My brother needed some bread. I give him 17.
Well, the thing is, nowadays accounts just tell you if any transaction, once you have online thing,
you have to set it.
So
Not
you don't have that.
You have the settings.
So you reach your account, you want to draw 4 and 17 shorts. Now there's a petty part of me that wants to go, my money is my money, our money is my money. But I won't. I want to sing things like my money is nobody's money but mine. I won't. Nah, she wrong. Because if it's a joint account, it is joint finances. It is for our use. If it is now it's not to say that you go to take out money and I will tell you no. But at least let us have a conversation. Don't surprise me. Because 17 is not it's not like you lend your brother $500, you lend your brother $1,000, you lend your brother 17. I'm not saying that you can't. Because, that's what family is for, etc., etc.
Of course, everybody goes through what they go through.
All I'm saying, and this is always my thing, all I'm saying is have a conversation. Have a conversation. Don't surprise me. Don't blindside me. Because next thing you know, I planning something and I thinking the money is there.
Right.
And when I go in, there's an embarrassing situation because the money is not there.
Also, let's talk about the money aspect. Yes, we stay in there. And let's just extend it a little bit to things in the family. Meaning, like, let's say, for instance, me and you together, you have a brother, you like alcohol.
That's the next thing, or you like to gamble. Yes.
Hold on, every time he come by us, my drinks, mine. This time it is my drinks. The drinks that I purchased for the house that I live in.
It's now our drinks.
It's now always depleted. Every time your brother pass,
he
take a 2 bottle. No. He takes a 2 bottle.
Oh, he's taking bottles?
Yeah.
Oh, use a bar.
Next thing too, your brother like to go out. He like to look nice. So every time he pass on by me, a 2 shirt gone.
No, well, then he's a whole thief.
No, he not thieving. You as my spouse,
Oh, you are giving it to him.
that is your brother.
Oh.
You find, well, I don't wear that. You didn't see me wear that shirt in a long time. So you decide to get
You
it.
can't do that. You can't do that.
And it goes vice versa. We flipping it as well, eh? We talking about you, honey. You with your little mister. Your mister have 2 sisters.
Yes.
That
and
he
you
love,
do the
love,
same
love,
thing.
love,
It
love.
goes both ways.
And every your sister's younger than you.
Yeah.
But every time they come up, good.
Nah.
Auntie shirt real nice, boy. You understand? And auntie have a nice dress and a nice this. And your nice little Fenty.
Ma'am,
lip
we
gloss
will
and thing.
fight for the Fenty.
You just giving your sister.
Excuse?
Giving your sister all your woman thing.
My Fenty?
You understand?
Oh, no.
I'm asking, are these things acceptable in a relationship under the context of we're together and what is mine is yours and we all share everything? Is this acceptable? That's the question of the day. Is it
Boundaries.
acceptable to do things like that?
Boundaries. And it's not to say again that you don't want to share. It's not to say that you probably will
I feel the most you
will
give it
have
for
a
my
problem.
means are food, yes?
It's not to say that you probably wouldn't
And that's
have a problem
that's
with it.
all I'm watching.
You're watching your food cut, I too, because flour gone up. Flour gone up.
You know it is you leave. You'll let that okra rice and saltfish.
Or your last piece of zabuka in the fridge and you come back and it's gone.
And when my brother passing the this avocado, listen to me now. I'm about down the whole place.
Listen. It's about boundaries. It's about having conversations.
That's why I always went to with Onichiren.
But
I want no.
bringing it back, however, to the money thing. Again, this is why you have a joint account. Also have your own personal thing. So if your brother come to ask you for money, you lend him from your account. Or if you don't have the money in your account,
Or
then
sister.
you have,
Let us-
whoever.
We do
or
it both
whoever.
sides.
Or if you don't have it in your account, then a conversation needs to be had if it is you're dipping from the joint account. This is why granny say always have your things. Have an account that the husband don't know about.
All right, in this case, if you think that we have money for you to give away, that means we either have to have half of the 17 that is yours and half that is mine. So the 17 you give him, that's your 17.
Wow.
That better be the case.
Wow.
'Cause otherwise,
Really?
should I put back my money, partner?
All right.
Want to say special good morning to Vaughan at Bigfoot. She's letting me know that she's listening. Apparently you all are her friends or
Morning,
something.
Vonette.
I want some.
Hi,
Bestie.
honey bunny.
Don't be
Hi,
hi, honey bunny, and my
Hi,
friend.
honey
I'm
bunny.
my friend.
Trinidad and Tobago's greatest vocalist
Yeah.
That is my
in
friend.
the jazz genre.
I need you all to find your own friend.
One of the greatest in the Caribbean. Look
Let's
out
call her
for this.
Vonnie.
Look out for
You
next
call her
month
Vonnie?
Yeah, it's called a
in
Vonnie. Hi,
Barbados.
I
Vonnie.
can't stand you. Go away. That's my friend.
Good morning, Jaiga Nabio. 9 to 6. When I'm in my car, I get in the signal, get in the radio station.
All right,
Yeah.
guy. I
Yeah,
just
upset,
had a
yeah,
whole.
upset,
I just gave a whole
Yeah, he did.
somewhat of
Yeah.
a thesis
Yeah,
as
he
to
did.
the operation of
Yeah.
that said device.
Well, yeah, the
If you
thing-
didn't hear,
I think they
The
also have
port released it. It
they
released
also
it.
have a joint account here. The money gone. The money gone all here.
hey, you
me.
stupid
When
man.
Tony Chow making the phone call, it's you he calling and not me.
Now I am remembering a particular young man who got married. And long story short, homegirl went to the bank after she changed over all her documents and paid off her school.
Oh.
Her school tuition, paid off she college loan.
Yeah, I remember this story.
And he only found out when he went to buy lunch.
I remember this
And
story.
because when he went to buy lunch, it's babe. What?
You know.
This can never be happening. And then
Listen.
he went to the bank, found out that, yeah,
Yeah, I remember this story. As soon as she get
Mrs.
married,
X took your money and paid off her
There's
college tuition.
There's a part of me.
That is all going on
I
here.
thief in there. I be sitting on the pattern or nothing.
stealing.
I
That's
thief
called
in.
stealing.
I be didn't go down that road with
stealing.
me now to get me mad. But a part of you nothing.
I stealing.
Yes, a whole thief. Because
You a
when we
bandit.
get married, you had not. You come, you
Yes,
get
a
okay,
bandit,
cool.
eh?
Yes, a thief, eh?
There's a part of
He's a
me.
bandit.
Yes, a thief, eh?
I
Behind
want
someone to
call
hear.
her
Yes.
modern day superhero, but I won't.
Oh, she's a modern day
She was wrong. She was
superhero.
wrong.
She's a
She was
thief.
wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong.
She's a thief.
But then there's also a part of me that's like,
Abby, she's a thief.
Alright, so
Stop
here's my
supporting
thing, right?
that,
From the jump. Anytime
You
you
are
learn
a real
family
queen
money,
and you know.
you know that is dead,
You are
man.
a Elizabeth, you know.
So it definitely had to be a conversation you had to have because you know it have family members just borrow money and take
was
forever
a
to
wedding
pay back,
gift.
or you didn't just write it off. But the conversation have to be had.
absolutely. The
Tell us
conversation has to
something.
be had.
If it is you, if
I'm
it
gonna
is you with
consider-
somebody if you're with somebody and you know the person ain't good with money,
Yeah.
you know the person like to give you money, when you're doing a joint account, you know you could do joint accounts and you could have 2 signatories,
Yes.
right? Or you
yes.
could just have 1 signatory.
Yes.
Once you only, are you doing it 2?
Yeah, because she shaky.
I had to sign. Yeah, she's
She shaky,
shaky,
she
or
shaky,
he's
she shaky.
shaky.
Yeah,
The
yeah, they
both of
shaky.
you have to sign to get any money out of the account.
Rudy,
Going through that.
Rudy, buy some
Mara.
4s, limited edition,
Uh-huh.
gold box, right? Best, J's. You say you went Atlanta thing, vibe. You so happened it was fortunate to be there when it dropped.
Yeah.
And a man, a brethren moving with the side boy, he had the linky, so he took it. It cost 1,000, you get it for 250.
Yeah.
Linky, na. Reach home, you wait once. Carly never brother come and see it, and she said, he's hardly ponder.
No. We go done.
How done?
We go done.
Done.
Because you know, some people, again, we have to be
Go
respectful
done,
of
go
people
done.
and their
Of
property,
course,
right?
boundaries.
Some people believe because you don't, you know, sometimes you might own something.
Yes.
You want to operate with that said piece of that commodity,
Mm-hmm.
that tangible thing that you have. You want to operate with it how you feel.
That's
but
right.
You might have something home, it's not because you don't like it, not because you don't want it.
I'm
you,
saving it.
Yeah.
For
I'm
that time when you
saving
feeling
it.
good. But no, here comes your boyfriend. He has a young sister who hot now. She flish. She
Yes,
22.
yes.
She
And I
going
like
out.
her. We good.
Oh,
We
you're
cool.
good. She's
Cool.
come and spend the night.
Yes.
Go party.
I might lend you a top address
Right.
now and again.
Right,
No
but that
big thing.
particular thing that you like, that he also likes to see you, and he tell himself, Bobby don't wear that again, man.
Yeah,
She
she's
barely
barely
wear
wear
that.
that.
No, she's barely wear that. And home girl,
You
the
looking to waiting
sister,
for the burner coming.
the sister
no.
pass and see it and go, hey, have you don't use
That
this?
that
And he
madness.
goes, nah, she's had use that. We're
That
going.
madness.
But I going out, I going in the avenue. Go now, take that now, shingle.
Is he mad? Has he lost his mind?
Shingle coast.
A man that I am with would never. I'm telling you.
respect people's
Would
property.
Don't say that.
never.
Don't say that.
Because he wouldn't make it past the audition phase.
That's mean. That's
But you will know that in the
A
audition.
man
phase,
like
though.
that.
You would
I will
not
suss
know
out
that.
No,
That's
because that's
you
boundaries.
you cannot
It's
suss out that.
boundaries.
You
I
must
sussing
know.
all that.
You
I
can't
sussing
know
it.
that. You
I
can't
telling
know.
you, I
You can't
sussing
know.
it.
You can't
I
know,
sussing it.
Abby. You can't know.
Nah.
Good morning to the panel.
I know.
It's Apeo.
Hey, boo.
And this is why Granny always say keep a separate account
Hello.
and a joint account.
Nebu, we
So
had
we
this
only put in the
convo.
money for the
Women is do
bill
them thing, you know.
in the joint account. So when he take from that for his siblings, he and his siblings could stay in the dark when he and cut the lights.
Hello.
Ah,
It's very
okay
simple.
then. How it reach dark and lights?
Good morning, team. If
My
you have to
fave.
hide, and that is what they did, they're headed to do it. If you have to hide to do something, assume safely, comfortably that it is wrong. If it is, it's a joint account, a conversation can be had because yes, things happen. I say, well, we can't afford to give the full 17, we'll give half. Some kind of something, but don't just take it upon yourself.
Yeah.
Take the Jesus, Allah, Krishna, the Yoruba gods out your mind and make a decision
Facts.
with us funds. Because
With us
we
funds.
have issues.
With us funds.
Us funds.
With us funds.
Have you lost your mind?
With the us funds.
And then we'll say to get your brother it,
Who does drink?
who about 4 or 5 failed businesses
Thank
for
you.
the past
You always
3
have an
years.
idea.
Yeah, he have an idea.
You
man,
always have an idea.
I invested in my brother, okay? I'm investing in my brother.
And this is where the bacchanal will start because I will then tell you all the things I think about your brother.
Yeah,
In that moment.
That is how it starts.
That is how the
I
bacchanal
haven't
starts.
even moved to
Face
see.
reality though.
You're investing in your
You
brother.
gotta face reality.
The same brother.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that
from the
same
time
one.
I start up with the same brother.
That same one.
Yeah.
That same one. That's what I invested in.
Good morning to the panel. That is a no. First of all, I love my sister, right? I'm glad she and my husband have bonded.
Yes.
But that bond is a no. She can come and ask me and he could feel that he could take my stuff
Oh, she's spin it, boy.
and just lend she without me knowing. It is a no. It is a hell to the
To
no.
me, that's even more
That's
sinister.
a real sinister.
Because if your sister come to you but went to your husband to
Say,
ask
"I'm
for
taking
money,
this."
It's real special.
I feel like you have more problems than just the joint
Real
account.
special.
That one different,
I
boy.
feel like you have more problems
boy,
than
that-
just the joint account.
That one different. You know
No,
it is
that-
Your sister
your
passed you
wife,
straight.
That look
sister.
better on you than your sister, you know. That look better on you,
Here
girl.
where this next
Yeah, where
fool
you
going.
going?
Yeah,
Here where you
you
going.
really fit your nice, girl.
Nah, brother, you
Hell's Lane, you know.
brother, you cannot.
Hey,
That
these,
really
you know.
fit your nice, boy.
No,
It
but
fits
on a
you
real
nice.
though.
I did
You
tell
watch
she it was
it-
too big
you
for
watch
she,
it try it on too
you?
now.
Jeez, and
You
it
watch you
just,
try it on
Spin
when I
wrong.
wasn't home.
Spin wrong, let me see.
Wow.
Ah, you telling your sister no spin wrong?
Spin wrong, let me see it.
And I not
Yeah,
home.
girl.
And you lent
Yeah,
you,
girl,
you
look
got in my
nice.
closet.
Nah, Rudy, you can't say
Telling ya.
spin wrong.
Yeah, spin wrong.
Not spin wrong.
Just a little bit of glass in your food every time I cook.
Not
Glass,
spin wrong. That is jail, eh? Abi, that is jail.
Glass?
That's murder. Abi, that's murder. No,
What
no,
is
no,
this,
no,
boy?
no. Abi, pull back.
I take it back. I
Pull
take it back.
back,
I take
that's
it back.
murder.
I take it
No,
back.
no,
I
we
take
don't
it
kill
back.
here.
I
We
take
don't
it
kill
back.
on the
It's
show.
true, it's true,
Crush
it's
in
true.
glass?
I take it back. I
We
never
might
said
curse,
it.
we might take all the
I
MC.
never said it.
We might
thought
pelt,
you
we
already
might
went
break,
to
we
your
might
head.
burn.
Never said it. Never
Wow,
said
boy.
it. Never said it.
Breakfast party
Never
rules.
said it.
We use the MC.
Broclax?
We pelt.
Broclax.
We burn
Milk and
occasionally.
magnesia.
We don't kill.
Hey, boy.
How about a little milk and magnesia?
We do not kill here, Abby. We don't kill.
A little milk and magnesia?
You know, little dangerous.
But what you were saying is very serious. If I am with a young lady and her sister is that comfortable to bypass her
Boundaries,
sister
boy.
and come to me
failure.
to say something like, hey, I want to do so and so without
Real
talking to you. And I had to now go and tell your sister, well, your sister did come.
Yeah,
and
your
she
sister
going
don't
and go.
respect your relationship,
And she
for
turn and
sure.
go, what? My sister do what? Yeah,
That's mash
that
up.
is
That is
problems,
mash up.
brother.
Yeah, facts.
Or they pay all the damn respects yet. Well, all them other TV stations and
We
radio
different here, no. I
stations
said it this morning. We disrespectful.
flood down with the current events of the day. All they talking about the people, man.
Yes.
That
And
what they
did.
doing?
And do.
Yeah.
Come
And
now,
did.
they put some respect on it.
And
some
then
respect
we
and
can talk about
nothing.
other people, man. Let
Nothing.
us talk about it then. You know, let us imagine a situation where a prince is married to a princess, but he has a consort on the side. And the consort, see, you want us to go down this road? You sure? You sure
Yeah.
you want us to go down this road?
Pull all the way back.
Very
all the
well.
way.
So leave we alone
Somebody
now.
say gone too soon.
Yeah,
Somebody
nah.
say gone too soon, you know.
They were like, listen,
Listen,
wait.
the disrespect in
They
that line
say
alone.
sis has been the queen since Jesus was playing for Bethlehem United. How long? How
No,
soon is too soon?
You know, long Bethlehem United closed down.
Gone too soon.
How soon is
Bethlehem
too
United
soon,
stop play
sis?
football, you know how long?
Since rainbows was black and white.
Hey, boy.
Since the rock
Get
of
it to
ages
the whole
was a
panel,
pebble.
Ojo World. Jaiga, Roddy, Raw, Ojo, and especially for Abdeo. You, my girl. I just have been studying you. Just give you a little flowers, right? You are very intelligent. I've been hearing you speak and been observing you. You're very intelligent. Another story. But then, my boys, the man and them, listen to me. Because I lost a lot of money through that same thing. So I'm giving you all real good advice.
Wow.
If you have your big chunk of money, hide it in Dubai, have an account, or hide it in Grand Cayman, right? Nobody cannot touch you.
What
They have
in the
offshore
espionage
banking
is happening?
thing. You could hide your money because either that or have a prenup. I'm not saying this to be nasty, ladies. I love you, but y'all wicked, bro. That's crazy.
What in the white
I mean,
collar
so,
crime
anyway,
is going
but I love y'all
on?
still. Anyway, Ojo.
What in the white collar crime sis said hide it in Dubai or Caymans?
Hey,
Sir.
I tell you. But the prenup does not apply to Trinidad, though.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
prenups apparently are not a thing in Trinidad.
It's not a thing in Trinidad. So I just had
That's
to
really
say,
weird though.
let me tell you, but there is a prenup in Trinidad. There's an unwritten prenup.
We want prenup.
And
Give
the
us
unwritten
prenup.
prenup in Trinidad is keep your mother alive for as long as you are married. So your mother could hold your bread. How the courts recognize it, that is the head of the household. When your mother and your money and you did anything in him, nobody can come around and take nothing from your mother once she is breathing.
You think nice?
Once she...
Listen, she better live forever. Forever. Man, and auntie Gemma.
Once she breathing,
live forever.
make sure her name is anything because you can't. How dare you put a old lady on the streets? Are you
It's
insane?
true.
It
You're
don't
quite
work so.
right. You're quite right.
It don't work
Half
so.
nothing.
It don't work
The
so.
other half is mommy own.
Especially when you come and you meet mom, because remember, most scenarios, your wife don't come before your mother in terms of meeting because your
Right.
mother made you.
Of course.
So she will have come into this space knowing that
Does
she
this
was
apply
always
for
there.
women as well? Like if a woman comes into a space with a hot deed. If
Nah,
if
men don't get
mommy
nothing
name,
from her. Nothing.
men don't get nothing.
Nothing,
Okay, well never mind.
absolutely
Sorry.
nothing.
Okay, great. As it should be.
You good as gold. There's few men I've seen over the course of the years who come into a space with a woman who had her things, and it's because it was skullduggery is why they got it.
Skullduggery.
Yeah, like for instance, there was a situation where a man got married to a woman. She had owned all her stuff. When she got sick, she put his name on the deed. But she had a beneficiary to the estate, which was her sister. But the courts granted him because he was legally married and he would have done some simmy-dimmy. So when she died, she not there to defend herself. So the sister ended up, because it was supposed to be given to the sister. But the man was sneaking the thing and do all the thing. And when
Get
she got,
old.
while she was sick, he do some off thing, that is good.
Yeah,
So
and
he
probably
end up running away with the bag.
Like he became like power of attorney and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, because she signed off things which she was taking, and they suspected that was going to happen, but they didn't catch it in time. So by the time the sister passed away, the family got zolt, and he ran away with the bag with any birds on them.
All this drama, boy.
I know he had 2 birds in 2 of the apartment, and because she had a little fleet of apartment, she had 8. So he had 2 birds in her.
She must come and pull it 2 in the night. It's alright.
So yeah, so them it's crazy wrong here with them things.
Just live in love now, go boy. All that drama, boy.
So Rodel, just so you see somewhere by clock and back to you like both the dress look nice on you. Okay, I see you.
She said
you see something like clock and back to you
like.
You
like it?
You just online, you tell
And
me
you're
like
wondering after that 17, why you in the gym so long and your belly not going down is because Abby you putting cement in your food partner. That 17 you get, brother, is because Abby only dosing you with cement.
Me, I would never.
So forget that gym thing for that belly. That belly going to stay hard and up there for till you're dead. Forget it. It's either till you're dead or you give back Abby, she's 17.
Shout to Miguel Marlene on her way to Virginia Beach.
Hey girl, hey.
Exactly. Yes, Abby, we have real problems. That is that song like we gonna be sitting in a divorce court.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, and she will get beaten with lots of love.
Wow.
She gonna
it don't work so. There is respect.
But you ain't
and
beating the
boundaries.
man?
You come to me for anything.
Are you beating this?
Fine, I will talk to my husband regarding whatever. But all you can't, no, not behind my back, no.
Wait.
Without me knowing, and you just, but it's your sister? It could be Jesus.
Wow.
No.
I'm trying to figure out
Is he
how
beaten
the
for me?
sister is getting the cut. And not the
the
man.
sister should know better too, man.
Is that beating? She say no.
Come on,
You will
yeah,
be
but-
getting a beating.
You both, that is your sibling, you know.
Okay, but if we're gonna throw hands, if we're in the ministry of hand throwing,
But if you stay
how
with
you
the-
gonna throw hands at your sister
if
but
you-
not
if-
at the man too?
If you keep in line with the story. Remember, the only reason he found it because he came back and tell her. So you had to keep in line with the story. The sister betrayed the sister, not the husband. Think about it, Abby. She went to the husband and asked or whatever.
Right.
He then went to you and
So what
say,
he's saying is the husband didn't go through with it.
no, he come and tell. That's how she knows. She come and say, girl, your sister
I
come
feel
and
like
do
that
so,
wasn't
so.
explicit. I feel like she went in the bank, realized the money was missing, asked question, and then they had to come clean.
Oh, if that happened, well, the husband had to get lashed too. Well, no, not lashed. Let me pull back, Jaiga.
If we are in the ministry of
Let
hand
us not
throwing,
get at all, guys.
we're
We're
in
not
the
hitting.
ministry
We
of
don't
hand
condone
throwing.
violence.
We don't.
We don't condone violence.
We not.
Folks, Jaiga talking good talk, but let me tell you something, ladies. Don't let all their guard down and feel man don't get nothing. Because I have 2 friends that pays alimony to this day. One have to pay alimony for 8 years and the other one have to pay alimony for 10 years. All right? If you're a high earner
When you
and you
once
meet
you're
a
high, you
man
gotta pay.
who have no pride and no manhood, he will and could go after you.
Wow.
So,
How is no how?
don't let your guards
How is
down.
a man?
She was going good and then she hit the undercut.
How is a man with no pride by taking
Hot
alimony?
undercuts.
Because
But it's not the
Because
same.
the woman was making more money.
I don't understand it. I don't understand
He
it
never
at all.
contribute nothing, so
There are women who get married to
should
men,
ask for nothing.
right? Support them, support
Isn't
the
that
household,
most-
take care of the
No, no,
household. Hold on, take care of the household, and is rewarded handsomely in the event of a separation, right? And a man has to understand and accept the fact that she played a role in the development of these finances because of her role at home and taking care of things. You are allotted the time, space, mental capacity to go forth and
Yeah,
be
and earn,
successful,
yeah,
Right.
So all
right.
I'm saying, if this situation is turned, right, where because she was in a better position, maybe education-wise, just in her pursuit of stuff, went out there and was supported the same way by this man. He was there at all functions, he take care of the home, he take care of the children, he do what he has to do. And now
Nothing
he
for
has
you.
no
Nothing.
pride
Nothing.
because in the
Nothing.
separation, he believes he
Hey.
should be allotted some sort of financial comfort.
Yo, no,
That's
he has
what they
been
tell
loud.
us.
Sing off of
This is
me.
what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say about it. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that
Wow.
I hear you.
putting myself in a position.
I hear
now,
you.
right?
I'm also going to say that I'm going to acknowledge the potential for a change of conjuncture, a little bit of a blind spot. I need to think it through.
Wow.
Because what I know is that it is
You
not
need to
sitting
think
right in
it
my
through.
spirit for a moment. I need to figure out why. It's not sitting right.
Because we have all been taught to understand that men lead where that is concerned. So that is why it always feels funny when a woman has to do it.
Sitting right in my spirit.
It always feels funny.
And yes, no. Not that. That's not it. The reason why not sitting right in my spirit is because when we think about systemically and socially, the benefits that simple manhood affords us.
Wow. Okay, cool.
You know, when I think of it that way. But I am going to say I need a moment to sit with it.
Cool. And I'm not going to narrow it. I get you.
Roddy's looking at me.
I get you, Abby. I done.
What about those women, single mothers,
so
who take
right
men
now.
to court for money for the children, but the children not taken care of and them always well decked off? Then you have the women who want to take care of the children but can't get the money from the courts. It's real crazy, you know.
Sorry, I was busy laughing at Roddy. I didn't quite catch what you were saying.
Hold on. Ah, boy.
Good morning, Breakfast Party Women again. With this scenario, the fact that I have a 17 us in an account right now, and the amount of time it took me to save that 17 us, everything was done. I don't want to hear nothing. That relationship done, and I want my money back.
Wow. If it's a joint account, bro, it's not your money. Understand that. Let us first clear that up.
Yeah.
You have to understand, when you go into an arrangement like this, whatever money in that account is no longer your money. Let us understand what joint means. Joint means collectively it is both parties' money. Whether or not, hold on, let me get even sweeter. Whether or not we have an agreement that every month we put aside whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say I put aside 1,000 a month and you put aside 100.
Yes.
That 1,100 is automatically
ours. It's still ours.
Right? So you cannot now come back and say, but I put the majority. It doesn't work that way.
If you're gonna keep tabs and keep checking it that way, then don't bother to have a joint account. Just have separate accounts.
At least
That
have
make
to
no
consult
sense.
before you do what you do.
Don't have it.
If you do me that, I pay all the thing on Facebook Marketplace, you know. I don't make back my 17.
Really, you going to sell all she things?
All she things.
Marketplace, you know.
You can't want
to auction.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, 90% of the time, and then in a divorce, a woman needs to pay. Is that right? On any patriarchy or you're not?
When she say translate,
I
I
ain't
ain't
hear
get
nothing.
it
I ain't
good.
hear nothing. Let me hear him again.
God, Jaiga, don't justify slackness now. Don't justify slackness now. Why are you trying to validate a scrub? What man want to fight woman for money in a court? Come on, man. I don't understand the men now. No, they want to do everything. They're wearing nail polish, makeup, short pants, putting contour on the face, whining down, going party. I see man, Monday, up in front of the stage.
Let us not conflate these things.
Marsha Montano. They want to fight woman in court. Everything woman does do what they want to do.
Let us not conflate these things. That is what we call, and usually I love you. I love you. I still love you. I still love you. But let us not conflate. Let us not conflate gender stereotypes, phobias, etc. with basic human decency and economics.
That is all I speak of.
Right?
Human decency and
we're not
economics.
dealing in false equivalencies. Let us not, because it is very easy for us to get petty and go there.
So that
and we're not going there.
Man, you a hot meal
because
and taking care of you.
You're a man.
And you should just walk away and
because you're a man. Figure it out.
And that's the thing. She's right, you know. She brings up a beautiful point, and in some ways that does clarify certain things to me, and also underlines again blind spot. Because the point is, the conversation comes down to, why do I feel uncomfortable about it? And you're right, it's in terms of the stereotypes and the things that we've been taught and what we expect.
They've been beating our head for years.
However, there is still also the conversation to be had in terms of again, if we talk in cultural, social, systemic biases, etc., as it pertains to men versus women, and why it is women I still think should be allowed a certain amount of grace where these legalities are concerned. But at the same time, let us not conflate gender, and I'm not even just talking gender stereotype, I'm talking about gender identification with this conversation, because it's very easy for us to go down that very slippery slope. And we don't do that.
Let me also add to it that when done correctly, listen to what I'm saying, guys, bounce me low, when done correctly, you feel no separation. Because there are tons of women out there who are financially the leader of the household, but when you see the household as a unit, it's still guided in the what we expect it to be the picket fence man leading the family, when they have a good understanding as to how the structure of things is. You understand? So it happens as well. There's a lot, and it's more common now than before. Back in the days, you was never going to find that. But now, just because, let's break it down as you say, there's economics, just opportunity, there's positioning, there's educational levels. We always knew from a long time that women were always smarter than men. That's been there forever, right? We know that for sure.
Can
right?
I get a copy of this tape?
If you
front a Royal Bank in Port of Spain.
What do you mean?
With nothing.
cool.
Wow. Like, don't want a piece of cardboard.
What I was trying to say was,
That's an interesting conversation.
That's a whole next conversation.
It's a real homeless man all over Trinidad, like down.
Plenty.
That one right there, I pass every morning by which part Island Finance was?
There are a lot of
down the street.
There are a lot of displaced people of both sexes all over Trinidad and Tobago.
God, let me you can't argue
there
the
are
fact that
the
ratio is 10 to 1.
Right. Cool. Let's not get distracted. We know that. But all I'm saying is, no more than ever, it's common that women are given great opportunities on the financial table and put it into better use because they can, right? And they do beautiful jobs at it. Yeah. And women who understand that and understand their role live beautiful lives with their spouse and their kids.
What's
and their
their role
family.
again?
No, whatever the role in that particular instance.
Whatever they agree upon.
Whatever the role they agree upon. I'm not giving anybody a role. I'm not giving anybody a role. Whatever works in the team. You understand? Mine might be a point guard. You could be a forward. Whoever has the role, that's how it goes. And it works well for them. All I am saying
Some nights you just want top, I just want top, you know? Switch roles. You just switch up roles.
You see how easy it happens in that. When we bring that in the conversation, man and woman don't have no problem when it comes to that. In sharing those roles, it comes naturally. So why the other parts of it can't come just as natural as that? It's so easy for us to do that.
And the thing is, in that physical moment, your love when we're on top.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, and vice versa. And vice versa. So all I'm saying is, it should flow. It should be that fluid. Wow. You want to be trampoline? Yeah. Cool.
Jump on me.
Yeah, for real. Jump on me. You think? So it should work both ways. That's all we're saying. It should work both ways. Understand that. But
allow the physical and horizontal manifestations of your relationship to bleed into the vertical existence
of your relationship.
That is what you need.
That's where the real love this happen.
That's when the real love this happen.
Yeah, let it flow within everything that you're doing as a couple.
Everything.
Wow. You know?
Well, I mean, if you have a toxic physical relationship,
let's share
all the time. To honor the patriarchy 90% of the time when it's serving you, and in a divorce, you want a woman to pay. It's either you're honoring the patriarchy, making your own money, or you're leaving it at them.
Hey, you!
Wow. Right.
I like she said it with her chest. She was a little blurry, but I got what you said.
We heard it.
Stop picking and choosing.
So the man tell all you, don't play my voice message, surely I'm playing my bed. I know where 153 is. So a few things, right? First of all, in my family, we do acknowledge in-law. It's either my brother or my sister. How you get in, it doesn't matter, but you're in. So, and we have joint account A, which we share, and then we have joint account B, which I access. So if it is that we know each other well enough to have this joint account in the first place, and I know your level of responsibility when it comes to money, I know how much money I'm going to allow us to have in that account. So if you do something like that, big up yourself. If I do something like that, I want you to relax yourself and trust that I am managing our money in the best possible way.
This is why people can't take on Lily, but I love her because she just said what she whole chest. She said it. She said what she said.
Trust and believe that I'm managing our money in the... Okay.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Abby, Jaiga, Rudy, Raw. I don't know about all you, but if I put in 8, 9, 10 years of my life, I take in what is mine. Yeah, man. What is mine?
He blowing up,
With a Z.
He blowing up, mine.
Mines.
He blowing up, I want to let you understand that he is blowing up. He not taking, he blowing up. Once I let you know that. Somebody is saying blessed love on this Friday, guys. You all remember love and light, right? Okay. Somebody sending love and light here, guys. They're sending love and light.
We love you too.
They're feeling nervous. They're fine.
Good morning, panel. This is Winfield in Atlanta. I'm a divorce attorney. Whether you have a separate account, a joint account, it is all marital as long as it's within the marriage.
That is what I tell earlier.
Okay, so what that mean? That mean I could take it without asking? But I don't
No,
know.
no, no. You meant he's speaking in the place of whether you hide it or not. If it has to go to
Yes.
divorce,
Yes,
it's
everything
still
has to be declared.
Everything is
and if you
declared.
hide it, it gets into trouble.
Yeah, can hide it.
Yeah.
You can hide it if it's your mother own.
Well, have a little something in the credit union. I declare that too.
Not yours. Yeah. Make sure that they take
Or
in the
if-
credit
or if
union in
Stacey have
Rosalind's
it.
name. So everything that Rosalyn have in the credit union,
Right.
that is hers.
Or if Stacey have
That had nothing to do with you.
Let me call
if
him.
Ke- if
Let me
Keisha
call my
have
lawyer
it,
when I reach home, eh?
Nah, but them not trustworthy, brother. Them not the problem with that shit.
Keisha nothing. Keisha nothing. You better get a lawyer. If your lawyer name is Keisha, all right, fine.
If you give Keisha a thing in the credit union to for 100,000,
That is Keisha
anything
own.
happen to you.
That is Keisha
That
own.
is Keisha own.
Yeah,
brother.
no, like Keisha own.
The probability, I'm not saying they are not loyal Keishas, don't get me wrong. But
Really?
no, I'm not saying
You know
that.
how you feel about women who name N and R?
No, not me. Not me.
You know how you feel about women who
all
name N
I'm
and R?
saying is, if we're looking at, if we have to put it on a graft, we have to graft
A graft?
yeah.
A graft?
A graft.
Like a tree? That's your graft?
If we graph it, right, and you put it on a scale, the ratio, and you try to balance it
That's
out,
how he's been making up these things.
I am feeling as though
He went
your
from graph
mother-
to ratio.
No,
How
your mother will
definitely
be
is the
the
one.
safer bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had to choose a baby,
Always Roslyn.
to give
It's
Roslyn
always
100 to
Roslyn. It's
hold,
always Roslyn.
or to give Marvin 100 to
It's
hold.
always Roslyn. First of all, who is Marvin? And secondly, it's always
No,
Roslyn.
all of this is under the pretext of trying to hide it from him.
Right.
To make sure in case you and him go off,
It's always
you have a
Roslyn.
thing stashed.
It's always Roslyn.
That's my
It's
point.
Roslyn and certain friends. So you can listen for it and them, yeah, safe day.
Yeah,
A
it
good,
might be safe
a
day,
good day.
but all I'm saying
A
is,
good
buddy,
day.
you
But
see.
who is Marvin? Who? Never.
Me, I show them.
Yo, Amy, it brings tears to my eyes. Bless up. Respect.
She bring tears to her
Who?
eyes.
Yo, Amy.
Amy.
Brings tears to my eyes.
I don't know who's Amy, nah?
Amy.
She said?
Nah, it's
It's
Amy.
I
Me
don't know what
who's
Amy do.
Who's Amy?
I'm not too sure what Amy do.
I feel the deleted it sent to the wrong
The
message.
wrong thing.
Amy bring tears to her eye, bro.
Amy.
Me know what Amy do.
Amy thief money too.
Amy
Me know
say-
Amy do.
Why
but-
every time I yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I understand what Amy do now. Yeah. Oh, Amy.
Why every time I fight you?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the start again.
No, 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 no,
How the
no, no.
start of that go again?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know
how
the all the
start of that
lyrics,
song go
everything.
again? That
We
you
will
want
look
to
it
the
up.
star song
Yes,
where
yes.
you
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm begging.
No, it's on my knees, on my knees,
you.
on my knees, on my knees, on my knees, and I'm begging. I really want you. Spend you. Why we talking about that? Hey, we gotta go, guys. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Guys are there. Them
Amy,
just
stop bringing tears to people again.
let's do a 30. and jump out.
Are we doing 8:30? Okay, fine. Cool.
I would just end with I would walk away. I would ask for nothing.
Just
Keep
leave
it.
The double M now, boy, because I'm sure those guys who lie down in front of Royal Bank there,
They try.
them have peace of mind, eh?
Yeah, peace of mind for
You really feel the people who lying down
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah,
place,
yeah,
they have
yeah.
peace of
To deal with that
mind.
Trinity woman.
Yeah, to do that. I gotta
To
be
deal with
homeless
that
and I said,
Trinidadian
I
woman.
will do it all, yeah?
Give me
To
a
deal with
piece
all,
of
yeah?
cardboard,
Here's why.
please.
Cardboard over
I
that.
want a piece of
cardboard.
cardboard.
Here's why.
Not
And-
me.
Here's why I will not
And
have you.
all you love that. You know how much girls walking around you.
My
with
piece,
the
I go
chest
build
like
back
the
my
gun.
thing.
Yeah,
I go
every
build
money
back my thing.
cardboard. All
Here's
you
why.
worry
I
on
go
cardboard.
build back
Here's why.
my
Here's
thing.
why.
You want us to reside on a
I
cardboard.
will go build back my thing
Here's
from
why I will
scratch.
not have you. I will not have
okay,
us
man, not
minimize.
10, alright, cool.
I mean, with this joke with Kiki, and yes, there's a part of that is, there's a part of what we're talking about that does land in that equation. But I don't want us to end on minimizing how complicated it is. Such a complicated thing in terms of why people are displaced.
True.
In
Yeah.
this space. So I don't want us to minimize that. So we can Kiki, yes.
No, we're not
But let me
minimizing
do-
that. What he said
you
was,
know?
Give me a piece of
we are
cardboard.
sure that a piece of mind.
I
Hold
don't
on.
think so,
What?
You know
First
how you looking at it
people-
as being displaced.
First
That's what you
Those
seeing.
people who lying down on cardboard,
Mhm.
getting wet in the rain, don't know where the next meal
Hello?
coming from.
Hello?
That
There are
peace
people-
of mind ain't necessarily part of it. Even
You
if
don't
you,
know that.
even
You
if
never
you
see the
feel,
man who does sweep all the square and thing.
You don't know that.
even
huh?
if you
And you
feel
have a
as
little puppy
though,
there, he does mind.
yes.
You don't know that, Abby.
Even though
Abby,
you,
you
even
can't
if
say
you
that.
feel on
You can't
surface
say
level,
that.
even if you feel on surface level, there is a sense of peace of mind. It's so much more complicated than that.
It
huh?
Maybe it is,
It is.
but we can't speak for people and
There are
on
people who
people's hearts.
understand the situation that they're in right now and then choose to embrace it. And they're good in that moment. It don't mean that they don't want more for themselves, but they're good. The situation that they was in before
was worse than.
They come out of it and be like, you know something?
In your mind, you think there's nothing worse than that. There's no worse. What is the word they say? It's getting what? Worse.
I can't remember.
What do you mean, man? It's getting worse. Is that what thing them?
Yeah, I think it's worse.
Yeah.
I hear where you're coming from, and one day, Raw.
We will pick and unpack?
We will unpick and unpack.
Mm-hmm. Right.
In honor of Raw Future, and I just needed to say it. One day we will unpick and unpack that. But even if there's a level of peace of mind in the moments, in from moment to moment, the level of danger that people are exposed to by being displaced and being in the situations that are in, the vulnerability that is attached to it, on a whole, we can't, like I said, it's complicated. Let's not even in jest minimize it, and let us not
minimize. Yeah. All I'm saying is some people don't care for the social comforts over the peace of mind. Peace of mind is a powerful thing, Abby.
I hear that.
Especially for a man.
I hear that.
Especially for a man.
I think peace of mind and joy is an important thing.
It was way more dangerous. I was in a 2-bedroom with you, and it was way more dangerous. I'd rather take my chances out here.
Well,
You're talking about looking at the surface. You put in too much of the no intake.
I put in too much of the no intake.
Blanco all of that.
I can't. Sorry, my mind don't work so. My mind does not operate like that.
Fortunately for you, have never been in a position to even ask yourself to consider that. And thank God that you've never. Thank Yoruba that you have never been in a position where you have questioned yourself and say, hey, I prefer do this.
No. I think we've all been in those positions. We've all been, we as somebody, and I will say it, somebody who has suffered from various forms of depression and whatnot from childhood because of the way my mind works. I have to connect the dots. So I am not saying that for some people it ain't, because of relationships, things, even in the midst of that, it's not easier for them to say, you know what, throw up their hand and say, in that moment, the easier thing is to walk away to the point of absolute nothingness.
Yeah. For the peace of mind.
For that level of peace of mind. But in choosing that particular peace of mind, they are now placed in a position of extreme vulnerability and danger. And those two things those intersections have to be considered.
Maybe we should go ask questions at the side.
Maybe we should.
To even get to the point.
Maybe
but I am saying
that.
Just
set up closer to Besson Street Police Station.
Well, have a great one. We love your minutes.
Time for this. Let's do it.
We love your minutes.
Right here by the station.
All right, Rudy.